I assume the low back, right?
Yeah, definitely.
These guys have gotten very close on the road.
Very platonic. Very platonic.
How many times does he get this up and down out of 10?
I'm gonna go with a 1.
Flashing that plastic smile, living out in California. Drove a couple thousand miles, but you never left a good and bright note.
Oh my goodness. Great shot!
Very tight piece of property.
Somehow you lost your way.
We're making it work.
Am I nervous about Icarito driving an RV? Yeah. Can I admit? Yeah, I am.
You're moving too fast.
That's a pretty good start right there.
No layup was here.
Just checking with the boys. Did you get any sleep?
A little bit. It's a little cozy back here.
How's Randy snoring?
It wasn't bad.
Tron, how's the scripting looking today?
I mean, it's looking good all week.
I didn't know my.
This is the deal today.
You look like Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
The modern version of that.
How old were you?
I was in 4th grade. Well, and we had a music teacher, Mr. Simpson. He was in charge of putting on the Grandparents' Day production, which was Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, which Donny Osmond starred in. So, the grandparents loved Donny Osmond. He had me playing Jacob. He was like the gankest of music teachers. He was like, you gotta hit this falsetto. I know you can do it. And so I was basically like, Joseph's mother, she was for my favorite wife. And I did this in front of the whole school. It was like 1,000 people, and I remember listening to the tape, and I never really sung in public again. Let me put it this way: I didn't hit the note. The Strap Boys are taking over for round 2. Gotta throw on my driving glasses.
No, there's something else you need to do. Take the pledge. Shout out Jordan Speed.
You get that back when we park safely.
That's exactly right.
What do we know about Rustic Canyon?
We know it's near the Ronald Reagan Memorial Library.
Presidential.
Why does he get the Air Force One plane? And how'd they get it up here? That's the other
Fun
thing.
fact, Air Force One is any plane the president flies on.
Yeah, that is a great fact.
Or any movie the president's in.
True.
What's the game?
This is qualifying.
The competition we settled on this week has 2 stages. The first 3 rounds are qualifying. We're going to be playing a game we call Tilt in order to seed the group first to last. Tilt is a stable for game, 8 points for an eagle, 4 for a birdie, 2 for par, 0 for bogey, and -2 for double bogey. But if you make a net birdie, your next hole is worth double. If you continue making net birdies, your next hole is worth triple or quadruple. Basically, big multipliers can really expand a lead if you got it, or you can give it all right back with a double. The seed you win in the qualifying decides how many buys you get in the winner goes on match play bracket. The 4 and 5 seeds have to play every match to win this season, while the number 1 seed from qualifying advances all the way to the championship.
Randy, your index?
11.5.
5.0.
Index is 6.1.
6.1. I'm a 7.2. Solly?
2.9.
2.9.
Right there.
You're gonna be playing to a 1.5.
Apparently, but no.
58 from the other day.
That's this month. That's not recorded yet.
I mean, you have a 72, a 76,
Those
a
are at Jack's
74, a
Beach.
74. I don't care. It's
What happened on that 86, bro?
That's when you play a real golf course. That's what I shoot.
It's a game of honor. If you want to be a 3, you can be a 3.
If you like your index, you should be able to keep your index.
If I win the qualifying, we'll go to my trending. How about that?
Which is what?
2.1 or something.
I like that idea. I think, listen,
I'm trending like a
hey, I appreciate you reaching across the aisle.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah.
What's the highest tilt you've ever been on?
5X.
Dude, you got to 7X at Bandit.
Did I?
Yeah. Do we even have to explain what happened though once you got to 7X?
I double bogeyed.
Yeah. that might have been
It was a long fall from grace.
the genesis of Icarito right there.
And there will be a panel, a council, a subjective panel that we'll make any tweaks, we'll make any modifications to handicaps based on performances in
Does that go for everyone or just Solid?
pretty much just solid.
Okay.
For me to describe Rustic Canyon, it's probably the most low-profile, ground-hugging golf course we've ever built.
Was this one of Hanse's first courses?
It was 2002 with Geoff Shackelford.
It was a golf course that was more found than designed. Good thing we had there was that Geoff Shackelford lived not far away, and he spent a ton of time out there prior to construction, just roaming around trying to find golf holes and find little tiny features. I think it's, and I hate to even say this, but modestly speaking, I think it tried to embrace a lot of the really interesting aspects of golf course architecture and introduce them to a segment of the golfing public that doesn't have access to LACC or Riviera or Bel Air.
Let's say Mike Kaiser bought this course. He could charge $200 for it and people would show up and play it and rave about it. Like, I can't figure out why it's so cheap.
It doesn't make any sense. Man, it looks like some mega width out there. I think I saw a centerline bunker. This table rose up a little bit. DJ sitting there with when he saw that centerline bunker.
Try to build something that was, fun and interesting are words that we've been using for 25 years, and they're kind of getting old, I think. But that was back. That was what we're trying to do.
What's the deal?
Well, my bag's stuck in the back.
Hey, it's a good day for that. It's really wet out there.
Super wet.
High waters. Literally, there's high water.
Maybe a different pair of socks?
Everything's coming up Millhouse right now. Do you have long socks?
I do, yeah.
I think you look great just the way you are.
Yeah,
just the way God made you.
I wouldn't change it all.
I'd say you just wanted storylines for content.
That's not true.
Does it smell already?
Hell yeah.
So we met Brian Dietzen at the Epic Flash launch event out in Carlsbad.
Pretty good.
He called his shot.
Called a shot, the controlled blade.
Friend of the pod, man. I was just watching, or just listening to you guys yesterday on my way to work.
And you work where?
I work on a TV show called NCIS. I play medical examiner Jimmy Palmer.
He's the medical examiner?
No, he's a forensic autopsies. The medical examiner.
He's a golfer.
Okay.
His last name is Palmer. I don't want to say there's a relation.
Sure.
So I won't.
How's your game?
I'm at a 10 right now.
Yeah.
Playing to about a 16.
I've never watched NCIS.
The weirder part, I've never seen a full episode.
Catch him up at, what has it been, like 15 years?
15 years.
I can just catch us up.
I've seen so many.
How long
so many promos for it?
Yeah. It stands for Naval Criminal Investigative Service.
It's like a Law and Order.
Yeah. Only it's way better. He said with such modesty.
You ever watch NCIS?
No.
Yeah. Well,
I'm an SVU guy.
Okay, I get that.
And the show's going strong. Like,
The show's going strong. We're still #1 show in the world, and
Is that good?
It's pretty good. It's top one.
number one.
Top. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's cool. It's pretty cool.
A hands-free push cart. Never seen that
I walk
before.
around.
I felt like I was living in the future.
I can't really like escape this guy. Is he still following me?
Is there anything that transfers between acting and golf?
Yes, composure.
Yeah?
Yeah, like if you are in a scene and you get outside of yourself and you're wondering if your scene partner like knows their stuff, you're worrying about stuff that's just outside the realm of acting. Same within golf. Like if you're standing over the shot and you're thinking swing, you're thinking feet, you're thinking this, you're thinking wind, this, that. Just play and forget that shit, and then usually you'll play a lot better.
You look great.
Thanks, man.
Condolences on your home burning down in Malibu.
Look, the sun's out today. You can never be too vigilant.
This might be an all-time outfit from Tron.
Just wait, guys. This is only the beginning.
Before Neil blows was by me, I whipped that a little bit.
Oh, B.
Yeah!
Man.
Right in the #1 was a great hole. Like the blank on #1. #3, that was a short 4.
Yeah.
Right?
So I like the options on 3, the short par 4. We did utilize a boundary, which was frequently used in old school architecture as a hazard. So we got the boundary down the left-hand side. So all different ways to play that golf hole.
My favorite part, I thought the green surrounds were really cool. Yeah, so the green kind of just flowed into the surrounds. There's no collar.
So it was the first canvas that we had the opportunity to do some of the linksy kind of things that we really liked. A lot of the runoffs around the greens, a lot of bump and run options with the sort of sandy/gravelly soil that was out there. It gave us the opportunity to make the ground game be an important part of the golf course.
It's really deceiving when you're trying to come in. Like so many times I thought I was on the green and I was like 50 feet away.
God, that was good. Holy shit, I haven't seen you hit a ball like that.
I know.
in months.
I'm a little worried. I think I might have speed.
And I feel like 6 really just sits in that landscape quite nicely.
Boy, not too much you can do.
I don't know how much less I could hit that one.
Okay, now we can hear. Let's see, is it gonna be able to handle this?
We'll see, man. Go.
Yeah!
Oh, yeah.
Tron, how'd you play?
You know what? I had some flourishes. I had some left misses today.
That's true.
That's good though. That's
Weird
a good
flex,
sign. When we were sitting behind the 9th green, watching you guys finish up, and Tron putted it twice and then rolled back to his feet 3 times. Was it 3 times? And I could just tell. I just felt like DJ was like, "Oh, put it in my veins." You also hit a really, really skanky 3-wood. You know what I'm talking about? You hit it over into the shit.
Well, that was one of my left misses. I totaled a whopping 4 points on that side. DJ, you came in with 20. Brian, you're at level.
I'm level, man. Even Steven, low number's good. What is? I don't know.
higher.
Okay, well I'll do different on the back nine.
Front 9 or back 9?
A back 9. I'm surprised in that. The front 9 was like supposed to be like really gettable. A back 9, that part of the property that goes to keep climbing, higher and higher.
I think 11 was the hole that we were most excited to build, just the way that it hugs the barranca down the left and the way that green sits in there.
I could make the case for like 6 or 7 different holes as my favorite hole out there, I think.
Yeah, I think that stretch 11, 12, 13, 14 is probably my favorite on the entire golf course. 12, short par 4 with a bit of an homage to 10 at Riv, and then 13 with the boomerang green. That was one of the first things we built, and it was kind of exciting to start the whole project off with a boomerang green wrapping around a bunker.
So you think you got me?
I think I'm the deep one on the right, yeah. Listen,
You're back here, buddy.
Gank has told me last night I could get more speed. Well, huge.
I agree, because you're back there.
Is that me? I'm here for a second.
All right.
Solly, where's your ball?
Well, there's a ball in the fairway that
Right there?
I thought was yours.
That one back there?
Yeah, yours is here.
Mine's up there?
Yeah, with the bad angle.
I might have to zoom in to see it. I don't know if I can get it on
I
here.
got the angle, man. You're not playing the right game.
Solly didn't think I could hear him on, I think it was the 10th green, but he said to Brian, like, yeah, I don't want to play too good today because those guys, they want to reshuffle my handicap. So he was sandbagging. I don't think you thought I could hear your conversation. I heard it. That
was a privileged conversation with a medical professional.
I was talking to my doctor.
How long does it take to learn lines? How does it take all week? Do you memorize everything? Do you have cue cards?
No cue cards unless you're really f***ing up. But I have a cool system now. My daughter's 11 years old, and so every night before she goes to bed, she runs lines with me. She does all the voices and stuff of the other characters.
Finally got one.
DJ, how'd you play today?
You know what? I played pretty good on the front, and then I kind of started Kurt Schilling-ing.
Any concerns about the foot?
I mean, it's going from bad to worse. My play has not improved. All off Kurt Schilling.
Which we saw you use the Sharpie. We saw you get the... Randy has a red Sharpie. It's missing. Check it out.
Combine shape.
Oh my God!
Say it for yourself.
Please delete that. Please delete that.
Do it.
Come on.
Do it.
I don't want this to sound like we did anything super special, but I think it's high high-style, high-class architecture in a public setting.
The guy we were talking to said when it first opened, there used to be cars that would line up at that main gate down the road before they would open it to like get in each morning.
Really?
Yeah.
So why is it? I mean, I guess hopefully on weekends, I'm sure it's jam packed, but like it was $20 for an afternoon twilight tea time, and
Brian said he's like, this is a special day. Like, this place is usually packed.
I think the people who love to play it over and over again, it's a broad audience, and they figure out something new every single time they play it. And that's part of the architecture that Jim Wagner, Geoff Shackelford, and I were trying to go for there.
It was really wide, but I didn't feel like it was a big advantage to be able to just pound driver really far.
So, as I start to talk about it, you can notice there's all these elements of classic golf architecture that we copied and brought to Rustic Canyon, but I think that they make the golf course, there's a lot of inspiration out there, but it makes the golf course that much more fun.
Go in the hole. Oh, wow.
How does that stay?
So many rounds of golf get played across it, and I think that there's a level of appreciation and dare I say sophistication in the design that keeps people intrigued in a beautiful setting and really sort of a natural landscape.
Right up and down.
Yeah.
Thank you.
4, right?
4 net 3.
Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for inviting me.
Awesome.
I
Of
appreciate
course.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Hey,
Glad
Big
you
Randy.
could.
It's always a pleasure being out here
Thank
with you.
Solly,
Gentlemen.
nice playing.
Big Randy, good playing.
Always a pleasure.
And then I did.
28 points for Deej.
28. 18 for TC.
16, and then Neil had 32 and Solly had 32.
And I'm on tilt to start the next round. Eat like that!
Let's make sure we get both cameras so we can get his rise all the way to the top and then the melt and then the fall.
All right, well, for the folks, listen,
lot of
get
setup.
there early. First tee, 3x tilt, daddy's mashing.
Cut. We're at Ohio Inn in Ojai, California.
You know,
The boys who were on tilt didn't do so
I don't
good.
like being rushed.
We're starting to bunch.
Oh, no more crying about the handicap system
Time for
now.
the lead.
Oh, look how it works in your favor.
Corner, flashing that plastic smile.
My hater blockers.
California,
What time is it, Neil?
Time to pump and dump. Time to pump and dump, guy. Let's scare a little feces. Come on. Huh? That look like I'm scared of a little poop.
bet you thought you had it all figured out.
How are your PM grinds?
I was telling Randy, like, they're not like butter knives, they're like Cutco knives. You cut a tomato and like no juice falls out. You know, it's like, I used to sell knives in high school.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
If anyone wants to buy any knives, Neil recently left his job.
I probably go back and sell Cutco now.
The housewives
I used to fucking cut the penny and just hit him with the Hardy slicer. If there are any Cutco lovers out there, you know what a Hardy slicer is.